The Nintendo Game Boy is iconic. It still looks cool today, although the screen is very outdated, but this just adds to nostalgia these days. And as most of us know, too much exposure to sunlight makes a shell turn yellow. I bought this one from a car boot sale for 50p, and what a sorry state it's in. With replacement parts for retro systems becoming readily available at cheap cost, I thought it's time to give this one a fresh look. I was going to go for a custom shell from Retro 6, but I didn't want to spend too much on this one, so I opted for a shell from AliExpress. As we all know, not everything is quality from there, but there are some things that are good. The Dreamcast shell I bought was excellent quality, so with £7.50 I'm going to take a chance. These kits come with all the buttons, rubber pads, screws and battery terminals, which is great if your console has battery acid damage. There are 6 screws that need to be removed from the rear, and they are a tri-wing head screw. Most toolkits come with these days, but they can be bought separately for cheap enough. I'll be reusing the screws that belong to the console because the ones that come with the new shell are normally cheap and strip easy. Once it's opened, it's time to remove the boards, but first you need to separate the two boards by gently pulling the ribbon from the board. There are 10 screws here to remove. Once that's done, the boards can be lifted out. This one was a bit sticky, so it took a little bit more effort. On the other board there are 4 screws to take out. All the terminal screws are Phillips head, but find a screwdriver that seats well, as they can easily strip if you're not careful. Once you've done this, the board should come away easy. I'm going to use the original buttons for this shell, as the ones that come with it are black, and I prefer the original look. I will also be using the original rubbers because they are still in good shape. Although the new buttons and rubbers look great, I never trust them. If you've ever reshelled a Nintendo DS with the buttons that have come with them, then you'll understand why I won't be using them. They might be okay, but I'll be reshelling the Play It Loud console soon, so I'll try them on that. These buttons need a damn good clean, so I'll be using isopropyl alcohol to remove the dirt and sticky bits, and the same for the contacts on the board too. The screen had a slight film on there, so I'll rub that off just before fitting it. All that needs to be done is screw it back together. You need to take care here as it's new plastic, which will be tight getting the screws back in, so make sure you apply plenty of pressure and keep the screwdriver straight to avoid damaging the screw heads. And there it is. It just needs testing before the lens goes on. That feels good, so I just need to give the screen one last clean and then fit the new lens. This lens is made from glass, and I've gone for the darker Play It Loud version. But is it worth paying £7.50 for this? Absolutely. It goes together easy and it feels fantastic. It's very hard to tell it's not an original shell. The battery port clip doesn't feel as smooth clicking as the original, but that's the only drawback. And this dirty rotten looking Game Boy has gone from looking like it's ready for the bin to a brand new system. Now the lens is fitted, it looks fantastic, and as for the buttons that come with it, I did a complete swap with this yellow console, and they feel good too. A complete overhaul for less than a tenner. Perfect.